There we go.
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. It's and if you're catching this recorded version, then hello. I'm actually dialing in from San Diego, I have to think where I am right now. San Diego, California. I live in a Park City, Utah, and my name is Mariel Filippone. I actually owned gyms for 13 years in Southern California. And we spend our time largely in Park City, Utah, and in San Diego because our family's all in San Diego. And so anyhow, we've been my husband and I both have, like I said, spent 13 years owning and operating really successful gyms and tens of thousands of clients that we were able to serve. And it was amazing. And we are very health and fitness, I guess, related or aligned, I should say. And I was asked to just share a little bit on my testimony with QuintEssential Biosciences and how to incorporate the product line and for exercise enthusiasts and people that are really aligned with working out every day and really passionate about fitness and health and healthy nutrition. I also am a nutritionist, and I have spent 20 years helping people lose weight, get in shape, transform their bodies. And I never really ever would send any clients to any one Kelly, I'm going to ask you to make me a host. I'm sorry, or co-host. I never sent clients or friends or family in all of my 20, plus years to any one brand, if you will. That's not typically how it worked previously in, I guess kind of referring supplementation, nutrition, meal plans, all the things that we would package and promote to our clients, friends, family, things like that, until I was introduced to QuintEssential Biosciences 3.5 years ago. And they decided to do things very differently in the supplementation world and with micronutrients. And so I get to share a little bit more on kind of the groundwork there that they've started for all of us. And some people just don't know that it's an option. Many people, in fact, don't have the slightest clue that they could, about QSciences or QuintEssential Biosciences. So we get to be the ones to share. And I'm going to share a couple slides in a minute here, but a little bit more on our, backstory. I started back in, 2002, 2001, 2002, really training my first initial group of clients, way back when. And back then, this is 20 years ago, right? Way back when we could say, eat this, eat that, you can get a lot of your micronutrients in that capacity. And everything has just really changed, specifically in the last 10 years, where farming has changed, produce has changed. I'm sure you're very well aware of everything that has changed, or maybe you've heard that the lack of micronutrients that we are not receiving. So our bodies, our brains, are not functioning optimally because we're not receiving those micronutrients on a daily basis. And so when that happens, and what I mean by micronutrients is I mean the micronutrients that we used to get from soil and produce and the farming techniques of our grandparents and our great grandparents and maybe even our parents in some cases, right? And the apple that you eat today is not the apple that was eaten 50 years ago. It's just different. And so in the last 10 years, so many things have changed. They've been able to, sadly, even though eating fruits and vegetables are incredible and awesome, and we all should do that, right? And encouraged to do that, and we do with our children, of course. But the micronutrients, the smallest of minerals and vitamins that we're not getting anymore is affecting our mental clarity. It's affecting how we operate in the gym or outside the gym. If you're physically active outside, it is affecting. You might not even realize it, but things like inflammation happen stronger and faster and last longer, unfortunately, and bloating and just different various things that you're not crazy for having or anything like that. It actually is a sign that we're not getting the proper nutrients. Sorry, a little tickle in my throat. So anyhow, I get to share a little bit more on what QSciences even means, because I've mentioned this company, a couple times. Excuse me, goodness. And and so I get to share a little bit more on how we got involved, my husband and I. Let me pull up my little screen here. A good friend called us 3.5 years ago and said, I definitely think you should take a look. This is my family here on this chairlift. We're big skiers. That's another reason why we moved to Park City, Utah, to have a big ski season this last year, and be able to just kind of show our children that, we personally work from our phone and our computer. So it's awesome. And QSciences has allowed us to do so. And I'll explain, how and why. But being that we are former gym owners, and yes, we are the #1 income earners in the company. Having said that, we have a background in health and wellness, right? So that does help. The company was founded in 2012, and the corporate office is in Utah. Another reason why we wanted to spend some time out there. But the cutting edge technology is what sets this company apart from other companies in the supplement world and in the home-based business world, because this is where there's been a perfect marriage of the two. And it's been really awesome to be able to, learn how to help people with their health and wellness on a global platform through QSciences. So Quintessential Biosciences was founded in 2012 with one product in particular, and it's a mental, health kind of mental clarity product, if you will. And I will go into more detail. It's called Q Max Premium, and the company was started with that product. Founded with that product. That product single-handedly has more research and science than any other supplement in the world. It's actually been researched. It's the most researched supplement. It has 36 daily micronutrients, minerals and vitamins that our bodies need on a daily basis to function optimally, and to function, well. And I've noticed how much better, for us personally in the last 3.5 years in the gym, pre and post recovery, for example, has been incredible. Workout, getting ready for it. And we are, big athletes. My husband runs ridiculous amounts of miles, or, I guess kilometers if you're dialing in internationally. And we also mountain bike ride. If you were to even see the kind of level of shape that he needs to stay in for the uphill mountain climb, it's insane. Living in Utah. And then the amount of skiing and the activities that we do, we really have to have an edge. And so there's phenomenal energy drinks that I'll talk about as well. Products that work on recovery and inflammation are incredible. But we just love the cutting edge technology in this health and wellness sector, because cutting edge technology is not necessarily what's happened in the supplement world for any time at all, quite frankly. Nobody regulates supplements. There's no regulatory standards. There's nobody that checks on sourcing. Even the organic labels that people put on products are not checked by anybody, unfortunately. And so Quintessential Biosciences, quintessential meaning the best of the best, and biosciences meaning backed by science, really wanted to set themselves apart and differently and be different in the supplement world and of course in the home-based business world, because typically you don't see supplements being studied. It just isn't needed. You can Google vitamin C and all the benefits, because vitamin C is isolated. It has studies, right? But when you bring together 36 micronutrients of minerals and vitamins and make the perfect combination, if you will, and you see and have scientific results and data proving that it does enhance, performance, that's something that is unique and different. And nobody owns the rights to that product, and all of our products, they're owned by Quintessential Biosciences. And we get to be the ones to let people know that it exists. And then in turn, we are paid. So you have the opportunity as well to do the same. If you know anybody that you share the product line with and they become, an avid consumer and they use it like myself for 3.5 years, then you should be getting the credit for 3.5 years later. And that's how this company operates and believes is fair. because they don't market it the way that other supplement companies have for, 50 to 100 years, right? So anyhow, the company quadrupled in size, sales, revenue in 2020 during a global pandemic because so many people, instantaneously cared about their immune systems and cared about their health, and they cared about inflammation and all the tips that we were hearing to stay healthy, right? And so QSciences, heavily discounted a ton of our vitamins and immune boosting support products that we have to get them out into the world. And it was awesome to be able to be a part of that movement and see what's transpired over the last, almost 18 months, right? And so it's a ground floor opportunity in the home based business sector, which is awesome. These three gentlemen we have to thank for the amount of momentum and growth that we are having. Our CEO and founder, Mr. Mark Wilson, on the far left there, is the man that we have to thank for starting the company with this guy in the middle here, Dr. Stephen Kimberly. These two met, they were introduced to each other back in 2011 or 2012, excuse me. And I think the end of 2011, 2012. Anyhow, regardless, it's been about 10 years of them being partners. And Dr. Stephen Kimberly was the chief editor of WebMD for nearly 15 years, which is really exciting because WebMD was the first time in history where everything changed from, not necessarily going to the doctor to figure out what you had and what you needed, but you could Google symptoms online, and WebMD had the answers. That was a paradigm shift that our generation, was a part of. And you may not even realize how significant it has been, but it's changed the world for forever. You don't necessarily go to the doctor for a sniffle or for a rash or for anything. You will go Google it first, right? You go to your phone, you go to your computer, and Dr. Stephen Kimberly, this man right here in the middle, behind the scenes, is responsible for all of that. He and his team. That is very impressive. So when you have somebody like that at the helm of our company, integrating his science, his research, all the data he's compiled for all those 15 years, right? And prior to that, he's been an internist for 30 years. He's a natural naturopath as well. So he believes in both sides of medicine. And he really brings that to the table with all of our products. He's the gatekeeper of every ingredient and every product that we do offer here at Q. And we really believe that his expertise and his team are the best of the best. And so Mark Wilson, being a two-time Super Bowl winning champion, actually, in the NFL and in the US, he has a champion heart. And it's awesome to be able to hear how much he wants our company to be the next billion-dollar brand, and his plan on making it that way. And it's not just about, becoming a billion-dollar company. It's about impacting lives and making a difference, and inadvertently becoming, a really big brand. He wants to become a household brand. And I believe that we are well on our way. We are 4 weeks ago, we got recognized documentation wise. We are the number 3 fastest growing company in the world. And yet so many people have never even heard of us. So we ship into 21 different international markets. And we have this man here, Mr. Jake Spencer, our president and co-owner, to be able to thank for the awesome compensation factor that was brought to QSciences in January of 2018. So only 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, he brought, hey, you guys have a great product line. You actually have the best product line. It's been selling through doctors and medical health professionals and clinics, in fact, for 5 years. You have great numbers, but if you really want to get this out to everyone and the masses, you should probably, have a referral program where people can get paid. And so he brought his referral program and integrated it here into Q, became a co-owner. He's a dear friend and mentor of my husband and I. He's one of my husband's and myself, one of our best friends. And he really looks out for all of us at the company to make sure that the company is growing so that we and families have also a financial blessing. We can be able to work this, spare time, part-time, or more full-time for some of us to be able to share the product line with people. Typically, yes, gym owners do very, very well with our product line because the results are there. The testimonies are there. The products actually work. So anyhow, we have a full spectrum hemp oil, which I'm sure you've heard the words or the phrase or the acronym CBD, which stands for cannabinoids. We have a full CBD line, but its full spectrum hemp oil is far superior than just plain old CBD. So we really like to make sure people know that the difference, that we have hemp oil, and not every country has approved the sale of CBD products. So our doctors and our formulators have gone to the drawing board and have worked on, in the last couple years, worked on removing THC and having alternatives to be able to sell into some of these international markets that are not approved yet. So we really have our hands on some really unique technology, or we have access, I should say. And the fact that we have access to these products, these doctors, these formulators, is just mind-blowing. Some of the people that have worked on some of these products have worked on the highest brands in the entire world, and they see the vision at Q. They see the Q is going to be, and has been, the only supplementation company that has science, which is amazing. Real science, real data. And so anyhow, we do have vitamin sprays that are really popular. Sublingual vitamin sprays that you spray right under your tongue are easy to carry. I bring them in my gym bag. I use my boost spray. It's a great for curbing appetite, suppressing hunger. It's great for a little energy, but the best energy is the energy drinks. Our Q Sport drinks are incredible. We haven't come out officially with our performance products yet, but they're working on a performance line as well. But for me, being in fitness for all these years, I love the Q Sport drinks. I can feel the difference. They're delicious, by the way. And we have many professional athletes that have already started endorsing a lot of our products, including those drinks. So I don't go a day without having the energy drinks of our Tiger Punch or our Dragon Berry. And then we also have our Q Core supplement packs line. And I was just about to take mine, actually. Here it is. It has 3 different products in our Q Core sachet packs, and those are AM and PM doses, and they're incredible. The 3 products that come in the Q Core, those are our #1 sellers, and I'll talk about that in a minute as well. But the reason why this is a great line for fitness goers, gym enthusiasts, gym owners, I like to really highlight that because I just know how much revenue they're bringing in. Gyms, since I own them for 13 years, they have seasons. They have highs and lows. You're constantly working on new clients coming through the door. It's constantly a revolving door, and I loved that you could be able to teach how your clients could shop in-house, for products like these, for example. And you can grow your revenue. I have several gyms that make about $8,000 to $15,000 extra a month. Maybe it's taken a year or two for them to grow to those amounts, but that's consistent. Whereas the gym memberships and the gym clientele might not be as consistent. The product line has been. So that's really significant to be able to study over the last 3.5 years. We do have phenomenal weight loss and weight management products and meal replacement shakes, protein powder shakes. And those do very, very well because the company also periodically has challenges where people can earn money, and the company puts that money forward. So these gyms don't have to. That's phenomenal to be able to utilize and be able to promote. Somebody else is putting money towards a challenge. So when you have clients and friends enrolling for one of these challenges, technically you're getting paid twice in a way, oftentimes, owning a gym. So anyhow, this slide talks, and it's a little bit harder to read. I know it's smaller print, but it talks about the 3 things I really wanted to talk about with, people that are, again, more like, me and fitness minded and into working out and things like that. In the left there, that full spectrum hemp, the reason, again, why our company is in the top 3 fastest growing companies globally is our full spectrum hemp oil is very different on how they make it, how they formulate it, and how they even extract it. So they have an extraction process, how they pull all the benefits from a hemp plant, not marijuana, so you won't get high. People don't oftentimes know the difference between marijuana and hemp in the CBD world, but people are starting to learn. And so they extract oftentimes to get CBD from hemp plants. They'll extract with ethanols and alcohols and various things to where it strips the plant with so many amazing benefits. We have an extraction process that doesn't do that. It's very clean. It's a CO2 extraction. So it's the best way that you can extract. And we also pull from all parts of the hemp plant. So that's why it's such an amazing kind of a inflammation product, anti-inflammatory, right? Recovery. It's great for muscle recovery. We have patented BioSeq technology that nobody has in the world. Water solubility means that it right away works on the onset of taking it. So 17 times faster, more effective onset than any other product. And we are, like I said, offering THC-free options, which is great. And then up over here on the right, the nutritional supplements, the Q Core, those 3 bottles, you can either buy them in bottles, or we are going back to those bags very soon where they come in like I said, the sachet, right? Little packet. And they have the QMax Premium, that mental health, mental clarity product that I talked about, having 36 daily micronutrients. That's in QMax Premium. That is QMax Premium. That's in the Q Core. That's why it's the #1 seller. Once people get on those products, they can't live without them. They can feel the difference. I've heard tens of thousands of testimonies now. It's been incredible to be able to hear the difference of what these products are doing, specifically QMax for people. And then Q Align is, like I said, a product that works on inflammation. Earlier, I touched upon that, and it's an amazing blend. Again, it's an exclusive product that only you can get through Q. We do have a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee for all people that want to just kind of test. You will feel something though. I guarantee you of that. My sister was complaining the other day of a hip that was bothering her. She's a big runner as well. She'll run just as a warm up, 4 miles a day or something. I'm not a big runner, but she said that after her, 4-mile warm up, her hip was bothering her so much she couldn't continue running for her actual, workout. And so I said, try Align, and she started trying it, and she couldn't believe the difference. And she's not a part of the company whatsoever. She truly is an unbiased third party, perspective. And she's now purchasing, of course, Align. So anyhow, the Q Biotics that comes in that Q Core pack is a pre and probiotic from soil spore form. So it's very unique. Again, of course, nobody can, get this unless it's through Q. And it's an incredible product for the enzymes that breaks down things in our body, cleans and flushes your digestive tract. So it's a great pre and probiotic. Our fitness weight management app. What I love about this, the MyQFit app, there are meal plans and recipes built by nutritionists. There are instructional videos from trainers right there on the phone. This is just a great addition to anybody that owns a gym. People will not give up on going to the gym at all. That's a myth, just for having access to an app like this. But when they're traveling or they're on the go or they're at home, they can additionally use something like this, or they'll just have access to it or not. It's completely up to any gym owner or personal trainer whether or not this is something that you want to share with your clientele. I love it that it just comes for free when people are buying our fit products, and we do have a fit line of products. So and there's a couple of them that are showcased there, our protein powders, our hemp CBD creams, our muscle creams that really work on injuries and things like that. We have some incredible stories with pain relief. For example, I have 3 bulging discs, no more gel between 3 of my discs because of a back injury I had a long time ago. And I use the Excel cream, and does wonders for my back. It's incredible. I love it. My husband uses it on his tendonitis in his elbow. I could go on and on about all the benefits with the products. We have 2 options with our company. You can become a customer. You can become a retail customer, which means you're paying full price, or you can become a preferred customer. I like really talking about this option because then you get wholesale discount, wholesale shopping. So as an ambassador, we have the same thing. We have wholesale pricing, wholesale discounts, of course. But the difference between becoming a preferred customer or an ambassador means you have your own website you can, refer people back to, and they can shop on that website. And not only are they going to get great discounts and promotions, but you get paid for them shopping on your website. So every single one of the ambassadors in the company has their own website. So it's only a little additional charge for you to have your own website that takes care of everything, though, if you were to start your own business, imagine that you could start your own business for a couple $100. 40 of that goes to that fee of paying for the website, the merchant service processing that the company's always going to do for you, which is incredible that you don't have to do that. They warehouse the products, they ship the products, they formulate the products, they take care of all customer service. So it's just a great way for someone like a personal trainer or a gym owner to not have to put a lot of time into something like this. The company takes care of customer service, shipping, all those things, and yet you're just getting paid for referring people to the line. So you really want to understand and try the products, and use the products to be able to understand what the products, do for you. And then we have a compensation plan that I'm not going to get into great detail with right now. It's a black and white compensation plan, down to the penny what you can earn on making any sort of sale. Box number 1 talks about sales and percentages. When somebody shops on your website, you get a percentage. And if they shop every month, and when they shop every month, you keep getting that percentage, which is incredible. And then you can also let other gym owners know about this product line, to where you can get credit on having them enroll to have their own websites. So that's where the real big money comes from, is as having teams that get started with you. And the teams that get started typically with gym owners or other gym owners or other personal trainers. I've just seen it now for years and years. I've actually been in this industry, this home-based business industry, for about 8.5 years. But what I've seen in the last 3.5 years has truly been mind-boggling. People really do want healthy, natural, safe, effective products. And they want products that, are clean and that are going to work, and then of course, who doesn't want to get paid for referring the line, So anyhow, I thank you for taking time out of your day or evening to watch this and listen. And I just know that it's been extremely lucrative for our family. I mean, I sound very boastful talking about, money, but it's been a game changer. We actually we don't own our gyms anymore. We are strictly, running our business from our phone and our computer, letting people know that this opportunity exists. I really believe this company is going to do things that people scratch their heads and can't fathom and can't wrap their head around what we're doing. We've already in the last 3.5 years done things that nobody's done in history before. So it's exciting, grab your seat, get your questions answered, and let's help launch your Q business as soon as we can. We have a lot of support. We can onboard and train and mentor and get you in the profitable making mode very quickly off of very minimal investment.